Good evening, Butter Pecan. How's it going? Doing okay. Good to hear that. Me, I am doing pretty good myself. It's Monday, short work week this week. So, what do I get? Today and tomorrow? I don't even know. It must be. I didn't even realize that. What is this work you speak of? Something that us younger plebes need to do. Every day is Saturday. My dad's every day is Saturday as well. You're also in a climate that makes the everyday able to get out and do stuff too. Oh, swapping everything around. Send the Reliant out, send the Squall out. I haven't been able to really graduate past the 60 system. It always seems like it's so efficient. I'm also getting close to the point though where the artifacts are almost finished, and I don't know if it's gonna be worth too much to do. Didn't have to work today, don't have to work tomorrow. It must be Saturday. And don't have to go to church, so it's not Sunday. Set miners and veil for next dailies. Crack to level 68 base so teammates can scoop. It's not one of ours, is it? You don't have to tell me. I am on server 34. I'm in Rogue. Not one of ours. Okay. As you said, that could have become an interesting stream then. Yeah, not one of ours this time. I think our guys are pretty decent. I don't know for sure. I mean, there's obviously a couple people that are... There's always people that are a little more... I don't know if I want to say accident prone or just more... less disciplined. We'll say less disciplined. Some people are less disciplined than others. Okay, Chronicle of the Ascendant, that's leftovers from this weekend. We have Domination to do, which has Officer Intel, Ship XP, Research Building. Ferengi is Research Building, and Ship XP, so no Officer Intel. So Ship XP will finish both. Wave Defense, reset to new. Might be worthwhile to go through research. I might have a prime that I can do. Otherwise, I do have a couple researches that just take commons too. I think I'm going to do the 2 researches that take commons. Well, a couple of them. And whatever's left, probably end up doing Ship XP anyways, but I at least want to get these commons started. They were kind of a pain in the ass during this weekend spend event, because I'm like, I don't have a lot of researches to be able to do, and I'm like running across ones that take commons, and I'm like, oh, come on. Like, always such a pain in the butt. I did some ship upgrades. I'm out of titanium. Hi, Tin Man. How's it going tonight? The Ascendant event wasn't too tough, but I'm still doing the Vengeance BP grab. 2 guys got 500 trillion. That's a good day. That's a good payout. Just ventured out to shopping in the city core, and I see why I want to say bah humbug. Yeah, I can't say that I blame you. My keyboard broke on Friday, and so I was trying to do an order at Target to go pick one up, have them do like the curbside stuff, so I could just, pop in, pop out. And the freaking site was down, and I ended up making a couple of different orders because I never got any confirmation or error messages or anything like that. And I don't know, it was around lunchtime that I was trying to do this so I could be ready for me by the time I got done with work. And I got done with work and I just said screw it, and I went there to go pick it up myself. And then like 10 p.m. at night, I checked the app and it showed my 3 orders that I attempted in, and I had to cancel those 3 orders. And then I got a $20 gift card in my email box this morning from like the vice president of customer experience or something. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. 1 out of 3 available. Hello, Jorg. How's it tonight? Howdy, pretty boy. How you doing? But I haven't ventured into the downtown areas, like to the heavy shopping centers at all. Have you seen the doctor about that condition? That's something. It was the people walking in front of the truck darting around like squirrels. Oh, yeah. I can imagine that. I used to have to visit shopping establishments earlier in my career life. Kind of like running around and doing certain things with like Claire's stores and stuff like that. So I'd be in like these little strip malls and these big shopping malls and all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, it'd get hectic, and sometimes you'd have to bring in large pieces of equipment, so you'd have to go into like the loading dock area and try to convince the security guards to let you park back there for a while. I don't miss having to, or getting the opportunity to get away from that. All right, Outpost Frontier. We have Romulan today. Trivia. Which group acts as administrators and diplomats for the Dominion? The Founders, the Vorda, the Jem'Hadar, or the Breen? Well, the Founders were like the rulers or leaders. The Vorda were... I don't even know if I would consider them diplomats, but I think that that's probably what they're going for. Jem'Hadar were the grunts. Breen were the mercenaries, basically. So it's gotta be Vorda. The Fiad. I wouldn't consider... I mean, the Vorda, they were just like... I don't know, they were like controlled elements. I mean, they were like just... I suppose administrators wouldn't be a bad thing to think about them as, but... It would just seem like more like an executive assistant more than anything to me. At least Weyoun did. I always like how easy it is to tell that you're in the right area. Yeah, which way Weyoun exactly? There were definitely like some slight differences between like the first and... How many were there? 4? 3 or 4? And if you're feeling mean, can clean out warships and get kills. Yeah, there's definitely opportunity here. I was gonna say, that's like the only... Well, I guess that one's purple, so it doesn't matter, but... That was the only one that's like level 70 and... Give me like a really, really big run for my money, probably. 64... No, that's just a Voyager. There's 65 hiding over there. No, that wouldn't be too bad. Almost max 63 ops already? That's crazy. That's only been like... Was it been 2 weeks or 1 week? It's only been 1 week, hasn't it? He's played more different roles in Star Trek than anyone else in any franchise by far. The guy that played Shran had a few different roles too, I noticed. Well, there's been quite a few people that have played multiple roles. Quite a few. All right, Retribution Part 2. I gotta start doing these missions at some point, too. I'll probably run these on Christmas or something. Or if we run out of things to do tonight. It's actually a really light event today, isn't it? There's no events today. Just the Romulan thing. Which I've already got the meta done, so like almost don't have to do that one. We may end up running some missions today. I'm trying to think if that's something. I might have to do an experiment towards the end of the stream. I set up a recording scene underneath a different profile for vertical to be able to record some short form content. But I never thought about trying to switch it live. Collecting more Dauntless materials. Wei-Yun and Shran were the same actor? Oh, that makes sense. Maybe that's why I had that connection in my head. I can't picture the connection, but I mean, because like he was in at least one episode of Voyager, the DS9, Enterprise, and I'm pretty sure there was at least one episode of TNG. Yeah. That could make for a really interesting trivia question, I guess, to use. Oh, we got ticket event opportunities today, I guess. I never really found these ones to be that great. Like I've never been satisfied with the commendation ones. I don't get satisfied with very many of those ticketed events in general. What do we have here? We have building and research upgrade and artifact hunt. Only if you skip every other week for the final event. I've skipped a lot of weeks for the final event. I don't typically do enough to get the service commendations. I used to have a few of them free. I think I did, when I was doing my 70 push, I think I did 2 weeks of 3 commendations in a row. Is that the regular ticket? Yeah, that's gotta be the regular ticket. Yeah. I'm actually surprised I don't have any of them left. I always go for Riker rare ticket event for Titanium, and cracking bases is quick and easy. Yeah, I don't usually see much of a reason to go after the par steel stuff at all myself. I do like the Titanium one, especially trying to upgrade Crenshaw. Getting the crystal drip is nice. Alright, so we gotta go kill Romulans. No, it is Galaxy for the anti-rep, negative rep reduction. That's kind of funny. Like, I don't usually watch the numbers specifically at all or care about them, but my number hasn't risen above 1 as far as the number of viewers the entire time. Literally having 4 people in chat chatting at once. It's like, it's a bad. I mean, the numbers are always so flaky on Twitch, but it's still funny to see it like that. Crenshaw is my only max 70 epic. Enterprise is next. I haven't built the Enterprise yet, but I've got an inkling to. I mean, if I build it, I'm not going to really throw any mats at it, so I'm just not building it. Basically, I might build it when I get to 71, because if I'm at 71, I'm going to be comfortable enough with the Crenshaw, so I think it would be probably about the right time. Which I might be at the point to make an attempt. So I just got the augment. Is it the augment refit? I just picked that up this morning, and then I should have the ASA either today or tomorrow. No, not today. Within the next couple of days, I should be able to have the shipability unlocked. And I'm assuming that's gonna give me enough oomph to be able to make a decent attempt at the 71s. I mean, I don't see why a 2,500% power increase or damage increase wouldn't make like a decent impact. I know it's a little premature to try it before tier 10 even. But it's one of those things that it might be worth a shot. Doesn't hurt to try. I built the Roddy, maxed it, and that was it for 63, saving for a push to Velox, I think. I mean, that's kind of the route that I went to. Like, I did the Dodera decks, just because I had enough. How did that work out? I probably had enough parts from turning in multiphasics packs. So I was probably pushing for ore for building upgrades or something. I ended up having a shit ton of battleship parts, so it was the best spot for me. But then after I got the into G6, you know, it's really easy to go back with the G5 mats, and ended up maxing out the Enterprise too. I mean, part of that was for the jellyfish loop. You know, that fed into that kind of decently. Which I'm still kind of participating in too. I'm back, at some leadership stuff to do. Oh, that's gonna be fun stuff. I don't miss that. Are we done with this already? Like, I feel like this event goes by pretty quick. Yeah. And I probably have the hazard particle stuff done, yes. So I'm going to flip over to Klingon space. And finish my stuff off over there. Because I am trying to chase Romulan reputation right now. I want to get that locked at the hero or whatever. And then try to decide what I want to do about my next level of reputation. Really? Krishara hasn't died and I don't even know how long. Every time the Kirshara dies, I look forward more and more to the Dauntless. Which we still keep on collecting random spots of parts for it, so I feel like when that finally gets unlocked, that's gonna be like a pretty decent upgrade. Like, it's gonna go pretty fast. All right, run through the events again. Ascendant is done. Frontier events is done. Trekmas is done. I'm not planning on doing missions unless we need to. This was critical damage. I need to do some Crenum formations or Crenum solos. Ticketed events, I'm not concerned about. Rules of acquisition, not concerned about. I'll post battle pass overflow. All right, so do some ship XP. I think the Revenant, I've got some XP I can throw at. Maybe the Relativity. Maybe I'll check the Relativity since I'm going to be using that first. There's a little bit. New mission that dropped today was easy. Well, I mean, they usually are pretty dang easy. I mean, usually the hardest or whatever part about it is, you know, the go attack 10 hostiles of level blah 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 or higher. Or go attack 10 hostiles in this system. Alright, so can do wave at any point. And then everything else is whatever. I'm probably gonna end up having to take a stab at the 71s. That's what Scowl and Ordonti are for. I'm starting to use the Scowl for it. It's just getting to the point where I can... It's at a 2 minute and 3 second or something cooldown. So it's pretty realistic for using for spamming in the system. At a minimum, it drops the count in half most of the time. .45's at max. Or 45 seconds. Yeah, you got yours maxed out then. Mine's tier 11 most of the way to tier 12. Yeah, most of the way to tier 12. Probably around this time next week, tier 12. Which should be the spot where it starts doing the elites. Max is nice for a lot of obsolete events. Even where I've got it right now, it's usually pretty handy. It just got to the point where it can start doing freebooters. I stopped doing freebooters, but then somebody pointed out that there was still like some reason to do them. I don't remember if it was the export credits or there was something in here that was like, okay, it makes sense. I don't remember what it was anymore. It was a little drip of something that was at some level useful. It's 7 kills just do it. Well, yeah, exactly. It's only 2 kills actually with the GS31. So it's even less of an excuse to not do it. I kind of wish that there was a way to expand that beaming ability just a little bit more. Like 7 would be a perfect number for it to just be able to do that daily in one shot. But I know that it wouldn't make sense to have that expanded just because that would really mess with the defense waves a little bit more. Ahead of the curve event, that's what it was, is for doing the ahead of the curve event. You might have even been the one that pointed that out to me. Being as we have it loaded and we're talking about it. I think he's got really fast warp time too. Like, I think that's an underrated aspect of this ship, is it seems like it's got a quicker warp time than a lot of ships. They're done. I always went back to it if I needed to get dailies done really fast. Because it's a really quick and easy way to get those dailies wrapped up. Okay, that's all that I need. Okay, finished with the faction stuff. What are they going for? Klingon. Yeah, the ASA refit. I need 10 more of these, so 2 or 3 days I'll have the Unwavering Diligence unlocked. Ships by warp speed: Vengeance, Revenant, NSEA, Voyager, Cranum, Vindicator, Scow. So it's a little bit lower in the list than I would have guessed. Well, maybe for my ship levels. No, it's definitely down there. I guess maybe out of the ships that I take, if it's ahead of the faction ships, it's still... I can see why it would seem faster. That wouldn't normally take Eviscerator, Voyager, Protector, Revenant in there. Revenant sometimes, I guess, but... Oh, they started that. I was gonna try to jump in a wave quick. It's pronounced Gornicator. I like the term Gornicator, but I like the word Eviscerator so much, though. I do like the term Gornification, though, as well. And then there's all the jokes about, like, Gornhub or whatever. There we go. I had trouble getting my sound alerts to sort correctly. I like to have it sorted from least cost to most expensive, and it just would not update. I don't know if it was one of those things where it had to have like the little thing active and available to do, or if it has to be done online. Some things don't make a lot of sense. Oh, we got all the refinery stuff to do while that ship is warping. Man, the Transigen refinery always seems like it's the best paying one. There's just so many things that come out of it. And I kind of look forward to seeing what the surge rewards turn into. At least being able to start doing some of the surge research crap. Econ, how many waves a week do you guys end up running? Do you get them in every week? Not waves, surges, excuse me. Oh, you're the only 7-star one right now? Well, Tin Man, you guys haven't ascended yet, right? Not the G7. Yeah. I think I think we've got like 3 people. Yeah, we've got 3 people that can run waves. We usually try to get at least 1 in a week. Just to, especially when the leaderboards pop up. A lot of times, I don't know, they'll save up for a couple of weeks and we'll run like 5 or 6 on one of them leaderboard days. But I have a feeling that number is going to grow a lot in the next couple of months too. So if I do a pull of the relativity stuff, I can tier the ship up. Let's see, how do I best do this? The daily gift. Some out of these credits. So if I pull this and pull this, that should be the only thing that resets, because this shouldn't reset with the ship level. It should just be the parts. And then I was thinking something else down here was tied to ship level, but it doesn't look like it. That must be reputation level. All right, so we'll get that tiered up. And I don't think anything will be ready yet. So we get the new tier 13 claim. That resets the formation chests. Which I'm out of those fresh as well. Gotta go run some of them. Second relativity is getting big. A max can solo any leg of level 70, but the neutral leg is painful. Yeah, that's something that we've definitely encountered as well. Okay, so that's the same that we had. We get Seska shards. No other gifts, right? No. Encrypted exchange. That. I should just double check to make sure I don't have enough. Yeah, fresh out. Okay, so I think that means that it's probably time to give a shot of one. Okay, so that's not going to change until 61. Yeah, still the same. Okay, so that goes up by 30,000%. I think the encrypted intelligence probably goes up with every level, but I won't be too concerned about that one yet. I don't know if I have enough to be able to do the 70 without boost yet. Test it out and see. Stupid streamer question. Finding a Bluetooth webcam or a really long USB cord. There's a question in there. I never really looked at any like the USB cameras or not the USB cameras. The like wireless or Bluetooth or anything like that myself. Because I was suggesting using Video Ninja. Kind of depends how fancy you want to go. IP Cat 5 or Cat 6. Cat 5 or Cat 6 would definitely give you the longest range with less drop. USB 40 feet is pushing pretty hard. Bluetooth will be pushing pretty hard too. Cat of 9 tails. Because you can get a pretty decent IP camera reasonably cheap. And they have like an open standard that would be pretty well supported. So you might have to do something like VLC ingest. Yeah, realistically, as long as you're like in that 4 megapixel, 8 megapixel area. Wi-Fi probably wouldn't be terrible if you've got the coverage in the area. But IP would definitely be better. The puppy cam? I saw the puppy cam. I was looking at the puppy cam. Because, yeah, if you're going to use that for... If you're going to use that for the, like your laser printer or something like that, having that at that level might be kind of convenient for something like that. Laser printer or 3D printer or laser engraving or something like that. I don't remember what all kind of tools that you or toys that you had in your workshop. I try to remember. I don't remember everything, but I try to remember. All right, that's anti-charge, so I wanted to go anti-static. I have a feeling this is not going to end well. But I don't know. I have a 3D massive one. I don't know if you haven't showed that on your stream at all yet, have you? I haven't had a chance to really catch any of your streams, I don't think. Hey, that reminds me. If you're not following Tim Man, give Tim Man a follow. Gonna stream last night, but I was feeling crappy. I was kind of in the same boat. Usually I try to stream on Sundays, but it's been harder and harder to get the initiative, and I don't know. I went into some other streams and I was kind of chill being a viewer last night. I was kind of trying to do like a Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday thing, but I think I'm gonna start doing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe go all 3 days or something. Well, that was good points. Not quite there yet. That's one of those things that's frustrating is the like 68s are super easy. So you'd think that if I can do like 10 68s, doing 170 would be doable. But not quite. Did this actually leave? Okay, I did. I did do an EXO and I did do the ship ability. I offset them from each other so that they're opposite controls or whatever. Back, I'm trying to learn OBS. There's so much in a new CAD program as well. I don't know which one would be more hard. I mean, if you already have experience in CAD, the CAD program is probably not terrible, I would imagine. I've heard both exos do more damage. Yeah, that's one of the things that I learned here in Cube. You know, is basically you want to have the one taken care of for the node, and then there's additional research that would apply for the other ones. It's most important to have the correct one, but there is an additional benefit for having the opposite or the same one or whatever. A little bit of an extra boost to run both. I never thought about actually running both exos. I usually just run the exo and then run the opposite on the ship, on the relativity. That's what I've been doing too, is like I have that little OCD thing, so I'll do a charged and then a static and a charged and a static and a charged and a static. You know, do like 4 of each or something. That way my levels stay about the same. A little OCD, but I feel like it's better because otherwise I end up having them off and then I'm like, ugh. I learned that early at Op 56. Well, I used to do it with the when I wasn't running the relativity. It's not like it costs anything extra to have it. Because it's basically free. So you're only realistically hurting yourself if you're not doing it. Why are the charged ones always so depleted? But I always feel like this helps with the damage event too. Check your PayPal. Oh no. Thank you, Tin Man. I really appreciate that. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that. Hugs. Same to you. I don't know how to do like a good hug on camera. But yeah, if you do have any specific questions, definitely hit me up on anything. For you, donations not make it bigger. Oh, you don't want to do the add it to the charity? It'll probably end up going to the charity a little bit. I haven't decided. That's one of the things I haven't really decided with what the Twitch funds are going to be used for in the long run. I've been kind of aggregating everything and I got a bank account set up separately for all my Twitch stuff. So like stream stuff I take out of the account, and then I'm kind of planning like having like a minimum dollar in there, and basically anything over that at the end of the year is going to get donated to some kind of charity of some sort. That's so far what the little guy plans are for big dreams, I guess. Either that or it's going to be like a pay it forward kind of thing to other smaller streamers. That's part of the reason that I actually started streaming is some streamers that I follow and enjoy their streams, they were running around and just doing donations to other smaller streamers and doing like a pay it forward kind of thing. And it's like, okay, you know, like that's a really big thing that you can do for people. It's kind of like when with DJs and his charity thing, you know, like I've always really enjoyed getting a chance to participate in that. Because it's just a huge cause. Yeah, the bits back and forth. Yeah, that's kind of a funny one. Like, I kind of thought about I set up the um like the use your funds thing that Twitch has, so that like I could use that for the bits, but I felt like that was a little bit harder to keep track of, and then I'd probably just end up using them all. Because I don't have, like this is still my personal Twitch account too. So like I go run around and I use this with other streamers, and it's like, okay, so if I start mixing what I use for bits for what I'm cheering with other streamers that, like I wouldn't really consider my streamer funds is kind of just my personal and entertainment funds. I feel like that would have gotten weird. Trying to keep that separated, so. It's interesting. Ooh, I don't know if I have one more in me here or not. I suppose I do now that I have both of the freaking exocomps running. I never thought about that, just being able to single ship it at that point. Just started Twitch this year, so one account to rule them all. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Like I started in March basically. So the growth is kind of a slow thing. Growth is definitely a slow thing. I was stuck and started learning. Yeah, there's so much information out there. I mean, even getting into Twitch's creator camp stuff and going through like the articles that they have on there is real interesting, and seeing some of the tools that they've made available to the community too. Now everyone on my server asks me, what do I do? So many spreadsheets saved. Yeah, that's luckily like within my alliance and everything, like we've already had a lot of that knowledge being spread. So like that hasn't changed. But I mean, that's another thing. I've always been pretty well engaged in the community and on the Discords and sharing knowledge anyways. So it was kind of a natural thing for me to jump on Twitch and continue doing that. I don't have a lot of background information. I don't learn a lot of secrets. I just play the game, learn from my mistakes, understand a lot of the basic concepts, have a lot of experience with it, and yeah, have the information around. Things a new tier-guild server, there's different paths. Oh, definitely. I mean, like our servers May of 2019, I want to say. There's so many videos that are outdated. A lot of the videos are outdated. And Tari's kind of helping catch some of that up. Was it earlier than that? That was about the time that I joined, and I know it was pretty fresh still. November 2018. STFC.pro doesn't actually show the initiation date, do they? Ah, they do. July 2019. That is actually about the time that I started. I'm pretty sure it's my second account though, because I'm pretty sure that I started one in like in the fall of 2018, and then I didn't like something about it, so I went back to it later. All right, I got to remember how to check this. So if I go into Play Games, Google Play Games, I can look at the trophies for Star Trek Fleet Command, the achievements. My first achievement was August 25th, 2019. And that was reaching level 5, so I probably started... How long would it have taken to get level 5 back then? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? A month? Have you hooked up with Chronox yet to get your name on the content creator list? Oh, you want to stay hidden for a bit? I don't blame you. I did the same thing. Like, I just got added into the list last week, I think. Because I wasn't 100%, you know, like, sure about sticking around or, you know, like, what the long-term viability of things was going to be. I was still learning. So yeah, you're on 706. Yeah, you're still doing pretty good on power. Like, you're mixed in with 64s. Oh, you can't click on the server from here? No. Well, that's weird. I just assumed that it was linked together. So 706, yeah, March 2024. So you're coming up on 2 years yet. FTU and crudes. Oh, your incursions. You guys are doing pretty good on incursions. They're not bad. They have a couple of new servers. I was actually considering about doing a new account. Okay, come on. Why wouldn't the... There we go. Yeah, August 2025, they launched 4 servers. 2 APAC, 1 US, 1 EU. Those are pretty light. $706 is actually largest pop right now. So I think we're just over 2,000. $21.64. Which I think we were doing better than some of the older servers for a while there. I wonder if they push some new players into them. There it is. Rob needs to get bigger in his 710 so we can eat that as well. I'm not certain where I would go for a different server. I kind of feel like an APAC one would be interesting in a way. But then, like, you'd end up running into people that don't speak English and it'd be weird. Well, generally speaking. I lost another ship. I sent a ship and it went boom. I mean, it's always good if you can share with the community. Oh no, I did it again. I did it again. That counted for 3 when it was only 1. I did not fix that yet. It's a pain because the server doesn't do the language very well. I mean, like, we have a couple of alliances that were... I don't know if they're still around. We had one that was Brazilian, and there was another one that was South American, probably that was in a Spanish-speaking country. But it gets really interesting because, you know, like, people will chat in English just fine, and then all of a sudden, like, they'll launch an armada, and then you can see, like, what their native language is that their application's in. Oh, where's this supposed to be? 24. About to be 25 if I don't get back to it again. They need a better IA in the translation. Yeah, it'd be nice if it would translate into your language. Like it's pretty easy to like use Google Translate to get it translated if somebody PMs you something. Like I'm pretty sure everybody in our alliance right now speaks English, but there's at least 2 other languages. Which I never know if the like people that are French or like French Canadian or whatever. And scratch your brains to figure out and send a ship and say oops and say sorry. Yeah. Out of the second Brazilian. It's usually pretty okay. I mean, I think Spanish and Portuguese are usually pretty easy to understand. I don't know what other languages that I've seen. I know that there was French. We had somebody that was Korean, I think, maybe. I mean, you guys have Paulo too. He's from Paraguay. Brazilian, I think of wax and ouch. Paulo speaks Pauloese. That is fair. So I think he's got one device that's in English. Like his primary device that he used was in English. Then he had like a tablet or something that was in, I don't remember if that's Portuguese or if that's Spanish. And then there was Jorg too. He was from, oh geez. Was he from Uruguay? Paulo's from Brazil. I don't remember. It's hard to remember where everybody's from sometimes. I was pretty certain that he spoke Portuguese, but I couldn't remember if it was because if Paraguay spoke Portuguese and he was from Paraguay still, or if that was Jorg was from Uruguay then, which I believe is Spanish. It's hard to remember back all that time. It's been a while. Let's see. What else did we have on the docket for tonight? Wave defense or missions? I think I'm gonna save wave defense to do an alliance one. If I can get that to line up with the next one they pull. Okay, so this is that part of the stream where I said I was gonna try something. Oh, what a great time for frame drop. You guys still do group waves? Yeah, some of our players are like in the 40s still. So they definitely are still in the group waves. And some of the others like them. I mean, it's kind of a good way to stack up on like some of the other stuff, I guess. I think that they're a gigantic pain in the ass and I hate doing them, but I like helping people when I can. So I guilt myself into doing them, or let myself get guilted into doing them. Okay, so I'm going to try an ad starting. All right, I'm going to wait for this ad to finish, and then I'm going to try something. I used to organize a couple of waves nightly way back, but we kind of outgrew them when solo waves came out. Yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat. Like I get everything I need off of the solos, and you can't get away from not doing in the solos. So doing like the group waves is extra. It's something that's unnecessary, but it's just contributions. Like we weren't doing them for a really long time, but it's kind of just like when we're getting towards the end of the battle passes, it people like to try to push and get all their points to get their battle pass closed out. Okay. I'm going to try something. It might kill the stream. If it does, I'm going to try to come back. If I can't come back, it's been fantastic. And it's been great knowing you. This one's for science. I'm going to try switching it over to a vertical canvas. Don't cross the streams. We might. Were you able to hear my microphone? You were able to hear my microphone, right? I might not even have that one configured yet. Now you can? Okay. All right, so I learned something. I can change the scene collection, but I can't change the profile. The profile is where the canvas is changed. So I have to end stream to be able to change the profile. Good to know. Good to know. But I can do it through my multi-streaming setup. Have to decide how the best to do that one. I'm glad it didn't crash OBS. Because like when I'm saving it, like half the time, like the first time that I switch it, it was crashing when I was testing it earlier. I set the mic for NVIDIA as a master default. Well, I've got it set in my... So the problem that I was experiencing is the sources were from the other profile. So it was either looking for that microphone or else I didn't have any of the channels activated on it. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, if I would have added Spotify, that would have been blaring at 100%. Didn't switch the mic to vertical mode. Well, that's basically what it was. I don't have any reason to actually switch like that. But my intention is I was going to do a recording scene to do the ARC missions. That way I could throw them up on like YouTube Shorts or something. This is something that I'm learning as well in sound from desktop to edition. I don't actually capture my desktop sound at all. I get the sound out of each one of my sources individually. Just out of my preference. It was one of those things that I could do it, but I couldn't have things set up 100% the way that I wanted it to. All right, so I got all the refinery stuff, right? Yeah. Run through factions quick. It's worse setup in both phone directions. Yeah, I mean I could do that, but I don't have I'm not in the vertical streaming beta for Twitch right now. I can do that on YouTube. I can stream horizontal and vertical on YouTube. I don't currently, though. I only stream horizontal on YouTube. Part of that is because I don't like the way that the screen sizes to be able to capture the full screen. But I can change my game's resolution, and I can capture that in a vertical format just fine, but I can't do it both horizontal and vertical in a good way. Because getting something to go 16 by 9 and 9 by 16 at the same time is difficult. But I found out that if I put it in 4.3 and I do the side chat bar on it, it shrinks it down to pretty close to 16 by 9 or 9 by 16. It sounds like a bunch of hardware and software involved. Yeah, it's mainly software. The hardware's got to do the encoding, but the software is where all the setup is for it. Because right now I'm streaming out. I'm doing multi-streaming, so I'm streaming to YouTube and Kick at the same time. Which doesn't take any additional work, really. I can't wait until Defiant gets archived. Because I don't know why I come back to this store. I was thinking dual hardware for 2 different formats. It's technically a couple of different cores that can be used in the same piece of hardware. I have 3 Twitch and OBS running. Well, that's true. Like, there's multiple streams of Twitch. I think it's more than 3, actually. See, I've got 5 running right now. Two computers when I stream, one to watch and run dashboard. Oh, I just watch on OBS. I don't actually watch the stream. I have Stream Manager up on my browser. I have Stream Manager up for each of the platforms. I just check that every once in a while to make sure everything looks good. Yeah, you can solo a 60 epic FKR Armada with Defiant now that they added more range research. That's so stupid. That's reasonable. I mean, that's technically what it was kind of made for. I wonder how many different streams... Oh, I killed the YouTube one. Oh, I killed YouTube and Kick. Whoops. I suppose the other scene didn't have the extra canvases set up, so that makes sense. Interesting. I've been putting a lot into Defiant because it's the little ship that could. I've never really used it very much, to be honest. I never really gave it its fair chance at anything. Like, I still come in here and I collect my superconductors and like the free things, and then like the loot chest when I get them. Like I might end up getting loot chest during during the alliance tournaments. Otherwise, they come in from like the Zindi stuff or whatever. I just want the research tree to be done. OCD. To be honest, I don't think I finished that off. I have all the favors, but I'm pretty sure I still have Defiant research hanging out there in the ship tree. I know I have Titan and Cerritos research out there yet. Oh, I'm already due for Zindi stuff. Ah. Did I already do the Zindi refinery? I must have. That's a hardship to max out. I didn't think it was that bad. I know that there's still people. I feel like there's still people on my server that are just getting it maxed out. I mean, that could be a difference of being able to do like the the 60 armadas and stuff. Well, DS9 Arc was only 2 years ago anyways. So you're not that far behind. Was it 2 years ago? Or was it just 1 year? That might have only been 1 year ago. Three years already? Oh, there's no way it's been 3. It has been 3 years. That's crazy to think. I didn't think it's been that long. I guess the DS9 crew is buried a little bit in the officer list. So much content with issues, it's blinding blur. Yeah. I'd say more so for you than it is for me. Just because you have an extra 3 years of content to catch up on. Yeah, 4 years. I'm not gonna count the Franklin. Because that was launched fairly early. I'm pretty sure Franklin came before Botany Bay. Yeah, it would have had to. Because that was part of the Kelvin movie series. Fresh out of Terran claims. Already did the DTI store stuff. This is why a 2-year less old server fails so bad in arenas as well. And hate mail shows up. Well, I mean, you still have the opportunity to join public arenas. Or the Franklin A. I don't remember where the Franklin A came out in the ships. The public arenas are the worst? Well, but I mean, if you get established with a team like that, you can get to help work with you, carry you or whatever. You know, you get an opportunity to get tagged on with somebody with a vengeance or something. Because you're right at that point where you can get grouped in with 71. I was playing with 0 G's. Yeah, there you go. Well, with or against. So I'm pretty sure 0 G's could wax the floor with me. With? Okay. Alright, so we have the artifact hunt event 2 right now. Is that enough? That was enough. Bearded buds. Judging by the officer groups, Augment way before Jayla. Well, Jayla didn't come out with the original Franklin. Did she? I don't think so. I think she didn't come out until Franklin A. Or was she one of those officers that just sat in the game? Staring at you.
It's me. I was just calling to chat with you a little bit. I miss you a lot.
She came up with the Franklin A. Okay. I know, like, her sourcing was with the Franklin A Armadas. I guess that whole mission line was around that time.
And I miss hearing your voice.
Borg TOS Discovery. Well, Discovery arc happened before TOS. But we had the second Discovery arc. Did that reorder things?
Bye, hon. And I miss hearing your voice.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Actually. Well, it doesn't show all of the stuff, but that's kind of the order of things, I guess. I forgot about the augment loop. Well, the exchange, not the augment loop, the outlaw loop. And the miners were a pretty early expansion. I remember when the defense crew came out. And then it went to augment. Now, Joaquin, Katie, Otto, and Khan were all part of the game before Pan's crew. Joaquin and Marla. Was it just Pan, Rima, and Navi that came out together as a set expansion? So memories. Yeah, we went from Borg to Discovery. And then to TOS. Yeah, they breach your own hull trio. Yeah, that one's. Sometimes I get a kick out of watching people run those in certain circumstances, and I'm like, I might not run that there. You're technically hurting yourself. You've got the. You got the thing where they benefit themselves a little bit, which I don't know if it's enough to really offset it. But I remember trying to do some tricky crew jitsu, trying to like counteract Kang and stuff. Never really worked out that well. It was always interesting trying to come up with weird little advantages to other people's crews. All right. Well, it's about quitting time. Who do we got live tonight? The question is it a net positive or net negative? If you're doing it to yourself, it's definitely. I think it's probably a net negative. But I think if you're taking advantage of somebody doing hull breach to you, it might become a net positive. That's my thought process, at least. Let's go raid Itari. I don't know how long he's going to be on because he's been on most of the day, but let's hop over and say hi.